Did you know, in just 7 days, your sleep could completely transform? From restless nights, endless fatigue, to waking up feeling as refreshed as you did in your 20s. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? I thought so too, until I tried it myself. And the results truly shocked me. Stay with me through this video and you'll see the miracle that happened during my 7-day sleep challenge. If you're ready to break free from sleepless nights and reclaim your energy, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. I'm ready. Let's begin this journey together, starting today. Day 1. Getting started. On the very first night, I did something simple but powerful. I looked honestly at my own bedtime habits. And let me tell you, I was doing so many things wrong. My bedroom was cluttered, my phone screen was glowing late into the night, and my mind was still racing with the worries of the day. So I made a change. I tidied up my space, folded my blankets neatly, and created a calmer atmosphere. 30 minutes before bed, I set my phone aside. You'd think that's easy, but for many of us, it's the hardest step. I reminded myself, respect your sleep first. Everything else can wait. That night, I didn't fall asleep instantly, but something felt different. My mind was quieter. The room felt more peaceful. And in that small shift, I sensed the first sign of hope. Day 2. The power of white noise. On the second night, I tried something backed by science, white noise. This isn't music, it's steady, consistent sound, like a fan spinning, rain falling softly, or distant ocean waves. When I played it, I noticed something remarkable. I began to relax almost immediately. My brain stopped chasing after every little sound from outside. Researchers explain that white noise acts like a sound blanket. It masks sudden noises, the kind that usually jolt us awake. With the environment stable, the body shifts gears. Heart rate slows down, breathing becomes steady, and the nervous system finally calms. That's when the brain can slip into deep, slow-wave sleep, the phase that repairs memory, boosts the immune system, and even slows aging. That night, I drifted into sleep more easily. More importantly, I stayed asleep. No waking up to barking dogs, no creaky floors breaking the silence. Just continuous rest. For the first time in years, I felt the promise of what was to come. Day 3. Meditation. Before bed. By the third night, I decided to give myself 10 quiet minutes for meditation before sleep. At first, it wasn't easy. My mind wandered everywhere. Chores I hadn't finished, worries about my health. But once I closed my eyes, inhaled deeply, and exhaled slowly, something shifted. My heartbeat softened, my body loosened, and the weight on my mind began to ease. Modern medicine explains why this works. Meditation activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural rest and restore switch. When that system turns on, cortisol, the stress hormone, drops. At the same time, melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep, starts to rise. That balance gently ushers the body into sleep, instead of forcing it. A Harvard study even found that older adults who practice meditation regularly not only sleep better, but also experience fewer chronic insomnia symptoms and less anxiety overall. I felt that truth myself. That night, I tossed and turned less, and when I closed my eyes, it was as if someone had flipped on a built-in rest mode. Sleep stopped feeling like a battle. It became a gentle journey. Day 4. The power of lavender. On the fourth night, I introduced a simple but powerful companion to my bedtime routine: lavender. I placed a few drops of lavender essential oil into a diffuser, and soon the soft fragrance filled the room. It wasn't sharp or overwhelming, just gentle, like being wrapped in a warm embrace. Science shows why lavender works so well. It contains compounds like linalool and linaloyl acetate, which directly affect the central nervous system. When inhaled, these compounds stimulate the limbic system, the part of the brain that regulates emotions and the sleep cycle. The result? Lower stress, a calmer heart rate, and easier relaxation. For older adults, studies have shown lavender can extend deep sleep and reduce the number of times we wake up at night. And I felt it firsthand. That evening, sleep came more easily, and it stayed steady. In the morning, I didn't wake up groggy. I woke up clear and refreshed. It taught me something simple but profound. Sometimes, even a fragrance can be the key to an undisturbed night's rest. Day 5. Taming Blue Light. By the 5th night, I turned my attention to one of the sneakiest sleep disruptors: blue light. Phones, TVs, tablets, all of them send out blue wavelengths that trick the brain into thinking it's still daytime. The retina sends that message straight to the brain, and melatonin, the very hormone that tells us it's time to sleep, gets suppressed. No wonder so many of us can't drift off. Sleep researchers confirm that blue light delays our natural body clock, disrupting circadian rhythm and making deep sleep harder to reach. So I made 2 simple changes. First, I swapped the bright white light bulb in my bedroom for a soft amber lamp. Warm light doesn't interfere with melatonin. It actually helps signal the body that it's time to wind down. Second, I committed to turning off my devices at least 30 minutes before bed. The difference was remarkable. That night, I fell asleep without endless tossing, and my rest was less broken. By morning, I felt recharged, as though my body had fully powered up overnight. It reminded me that managing light is like having a natural switch for sleep, one we've had all along, but often forget to use. Day 6. Balancing the daytime mind. By the 6th day, I realized something essential. A good night's sleep begins with how we live during the day. If I spent my time sitting still, barely moving and carrying stress around, then by nightfall, my body still had unused energy and my mind was restless. No wonder sleep was hard to come by. So I started small. In the morning, I stretched gently, took a slow walk around the yard, and most importantly, I let myself soak in the morning sun. Science explains why this works. Morning sunlight helps reset the body's circadian rhythm, the internal clock that controls sleep and wake cycles. When our eyes take in that early light, the brain suppresses melatonin during the day, so that by evening, melatonin rises naturally and on time, preparing us for rest. Light movement also releases endorphins, the feel-good hormones that reduce stress and lift our mood. The result that night was incredible. I drifted off faster, slept straight through, and woke up with a fresh surge of energy. It taught me this: if we want to sleep well at night, we can't just focus on bedtime. We have to begin in the daylight hours. Day 7. Reflecting on the journey. After 7 days, I sat quietly and listened to my body. The change was far greater than I expected. Not long ago, I used to wake up groggy, heavy and tired, but now, each morning, I opened my eyes feeling clear, light, and full of energy. From a scientific perspective, the habits I had built restored my natural sleep rhythm. A calm bedroom, the right light, a relaxed mind. All of it allowed melatonin to flow consistently, guiding me into healthy sleep cycles. Studies confirm that even a single week of deep, restorative sleep can sharpen memory, stabilize blood pressure, lower heart risks, and slow down aging. I wasn't just sleeping better. I was calmer, less anxious, and more balanced overall. But the biggest surprise was this: sleep isn't luck. It's the outcome of how we care for ourselves, step by step, every day. And the good news is, small, steady changes are enough to reclaim peaceful nights. So now I ask you, are you ready to take on the 7-day sleep challenge yourself? Just 1 week could help you rediscover the restful nights you thought were gone. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe so we can continue this journey of health and renewal together.